Hi again. In the previous section, we found our lost suitcase, and now we continue our way to your dream job interview for an engineer position at StoreDot, the fast charging company. We found our lost suitcase, which means it has changed its state from lost to found. Having explained what objects and processes are, the last piece of the puzzle for OPM is states. So states is what we'll talk about now. Right now, our goal is for you to get this wonderful job. This means your state will change from candidate to that of an employee. To understand this better, let's go back to the flight journey, the system we modeled previously. The passenger can be in a pre-ticketed state or in a ticketed state. The passenger can be with a boarding pass, on board, and finally at the destination airport. In each one of these cases, the passenger is at a different state. Watch the airplane landing. The airplane is an object undergoing a process of landing. What are the states of airplane before and after landing? First, it was in the air, airborne, and now it has landed and it is on the ground. The landing process changes the state of the airplane from airborne to landed. In OPM, states are represented as roundangles, rounded cornered rectangles. Here is how it looks like. Note that since a state belongs to an object, graphically it can exist only within the object box. It has no meaning outside of this box. Your suitcase also changed states. First it was lost and now it's found. And I promise you, if you continue to learn conceptual modeling, you will soon make the state transition from candidate to employee. As we said previously, a state of an object is a specific situation or position that the object is in at some point in time. For example, an engineer in a company can be junior, senior, or R&D manager. These are all states. Every object in your system model can have any number of states, or even no states at all. Whether the object is stateful, that is, it has states, or stateless, depends on what it is you want to model. For example, in the system where you are the object passenger and your flight is the process flying, it made perfect sense to model your different situations, such as on-ground and airborne, as states. However, when modeling the airport's air conditioning system, we do not need to add the states to passenger, because they are not relevant to the problem at hand. However, the states hot, warm, and cold of the terminal's indoor air now become relevant, so we model them as states of the object indoor air. The last thing we need to know about states is that if we modeled an object as stateful, then at any point in time it must be in at most one state. We say at most because if a process is currently transforming this object, then the object is in transition between two states. The input state, the state it has left when the process started, and the output state, the state it is going to enter once the process is over. For example, an airplane can be either airborne, up in the air, or landed on the ground. The landing process changes the state of the airplane from airborne to landed, but this is not instantaneous. It normally does take a few seconds. During this short time, the airplane is no longer airborne, but it has not yet landed. It is in transition between these two states. If we wish to focus on what happens during this short period of time, we can model this situation as a new additional state called touchdown, which takes place between the states airborne and landed. Hold on. While you are thinking about airplanes, be aware that your job interview is taking place in the next video. So you need to change your location from the airport to the train station. This change in your location is also a transition of states. And it's time for changing your employment status from candidate to having a great job in a wonderful company. And change your bank account balance too. Engineers who know how to model systems make more money. Hopcat, psst, Hopcat.
A state is a possible situation or position at which an object can be for some amount of time.